Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of PGR4. I've been almost 6 hours trying to get this timed run. I do have all the footage. It are, I don't know, 6 episodes or something, but it's basically me failing over and over again. Previous episodes, I'm not sure whether I will upload all those 6 failed attempt episodes into the playthrough, because it's basically me doing the same thing over and over again. Not very exciting, but the previous attempt, my last attempt, I got within 1/10. I'm still not fully in the gaming mood after a days of work compared to in the weekend when I'm much more relaxed. But I decided to give it one more go. One more episode today. It's almost 10 o'clock in the evening. I shouldn't do it, but here I go. We will do it anyways. Not a lot of commentary because I really have to focus. I will do commentary afterwards. Here we go. Not a good start. God damn it, man. Oh, it's so annoying. You're in good attempts and then suddenly you don't even know anymore what's left and right. Or at least I don't know. Fucking God, man. Fucking first corners. Jesus fucking Christ! that corner. Nice! Finally! Fuck me big time. This literally took, I think, I will count it, but fucking hell, this was a hard one, and this wasn't even that good of a run. But at one point, it's such a long track. Starting, each time you make a mistake, starting over, I mean, then you keep on starting over. I mean, you can make a mistake somewhere, but it's such a long track, you can be quicker somewhere else and make it up. So I thought just continue going. But fuck me, this was an annoying one. I mean, it was really a challenge. I really like the car. But fuck me, man. This really was crazy. Such a long track. You really have to be on the limits continuously. Alright, really happy that still worked out today. Let's quickly watch the replay. Man, crazy. Crazy. This one. By the way, I will quickly count all the episodes that I did for this one. I think I started in 55, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was half an hour, then 1 hour 45, 2 hour 50, 3 hour 40, 4 hour 40, 5 hour 30, 6 hours and 30 plus whatever we are doing in this episode. But let's say approximately 7 hours I've been at this one. Crazy. It's not the longest. There was another one, it took me I think 8 hours, but still 7 hours. Pretty damn crazy. If you see it from these angles, it's amazing. But I really have to say, really cool by the way to see this track from another perspective now. But this game, it is so incredibly punishing. It really is, at least for me it is, on hardcore. It is just crazy difficult, but it does give you that sense of accomplishment that all modern games lack. And also, in this car at least, it's a really fun car to drive, super cool sound. It was not as twitchy as you would expect it to be. It is relatively manageable for an American V8 sports car. But it really also gives you the idea that you are indeed racing for your life and trying to nail each and every corner and drift through it and pedal to the metal, fully mental, balls to the walls, blast through that track. That really does this game better than any other game, I think. That sense of speed. And yes, you can say it's arcadey, but it's not that arcadey at all. There's really depth in this driving physics model. with how the slides are initiating when you get off the gas, how the car responds, doing burnouts, donuts. It's all very in depth, pretty accurate, I would say. So I don't even find it that much of an arcade racer. I find it really simcade, yeah, maybe even sim. It's just a pretty refined model. The only thing that really bugs me is playing it on the on controller. I'm really not used to it, and it's so sensitive. You really have to, your thumb only needs to be 1 second or 1 millimeter too much in either direction, or your trigger is a little bit, one fraction of a second pressed too long or pressed too early. And you can lose it. You can start over on hardcore, because if you really make a big mistake with these times, yeah, it's really hard to recuperate, so to say. Although there is still margin. I'm not sure what my split times were in this lap. I purposefully did not look at them, because it only distracts me. Even if I have a very good one, if I know of a very good one, then subconsciously I start to make mistakes like soon thereafter. So, but there was a margin even. So for me, it is very hard to really nail it over a 4-minute 21-second duration. But I had often had like that after the, quite a couple of times. I had after you have 2 checkpoints, 2 timing points. Measurements, and after the second one I was 2.5 seconds in the lead, and always in the third sector I screwed something up, and then I didn't make the target time and I had to start over. But if I would not do that, I do think there's 1 corner or 2 that in that last section I always screw up. Maybe that I do expect it may be the very final sharp, hairpinny, very narrow right-hander just before you enter the downhill straight section towards start-finish. I think that one I need to keep more pace, and then I carry more speed on that downhill straight towards the finish line. I suspect that is a corner that I'm not doing well. But if I would do that well, I do think even in this car, it's not the fastest car from the tier. That would be, of course, another option. Just swap out cars for another one. Then I have a backup save. Then I would have to do all the other races earlier in this same episode. I have to redo them, because you cannot switch cars mid-championship. But I could have overwritten the current save with my backup save from before the championship, and then take a faster car. But I don't necessarily always want the fastest car. I also want to mix it up. I want to experience all the cars. And this, for instance, really is one of my favorite cars. It's a pity I don't think it carries the ZR1 emblem, because that is literally my favorite Corvette of all time, of all of them. This model and then the ZR1 version. But I will just imagine this is the ZR1. But I want to mix it up. But that could have been an option, to just take a car that is the fastest of the tier. But even in this car that is not the fastest, I do think there is still, if you're really good and you nail each and every corner, I do think you can even beat time with a couple of seconds to spare. It is just incredibly hard doing over a 4.5 minutes track layout to nail each and every corner without making mistakes. That is the whole problem. It's all about not making mistakes and doing each and every corner on the limits, and that's just incredibly difficult. But yeah, very rewarding when it finally does all mesh together into a win run, even though I hardly had anything to spare, so to say. But yeah, a win is a win, so I'm happy with it. There were so many tricky corners here, like this one. I screwed that one up a bit. Nice detail. You see, this is a construction site. You also see those cranes to the right, the yellow ones, actually really detailed. You see all the hydraulic pipes, etc. But I just noticed there is some dust and sand blown on the tarmac, and if the car goes through it, by the way, cool picture this with the suspension pressed in. If the car drives through that yellowish, sandish stuff, there are actually dust clouds whipped up. Really nice detail. Here, there it is. You see, there's a little cloud. This is a very important section, I think. Trying to keep pace through here. What does it say? FK Automotive. Also very tricky section, but this is where I really gained some time. You really have to lift through these corners, but really keep up the speed, and it's very tight. But it's such a cool game, come to think about it. The more I play it, the more I'm impressed with it. It looked a little bit weird, like it looked like the car moved around a bit, like it teleported a little bit to the right or to the left. Now you don't see it. Different. Different camera angles, but it looked a little bit like a big buggy. So suddenly the car flipped like half a meter to the right, mid-corner. Damage again, different. Damn it! I'm pressing the wrong button constantly. must have imagined it. I'm an idiot. Anywho, you can always watch it back in the YouTube video, of course, rewind. It's the first, I cannot get that same camera angle anymore, but it's the first time that I went through this section, and then there is, I think it was a right-hand corner, you see the car coming in from the front, and mid-corner the car seems to zap a little bit to the right, like an artificial collision avoidance mechanic or something. But yeah, if I look at it as it is now, I don't see it anymore, so maybe I imagined it, or it was just a visual glitch. Anyways, here we go. Here, I totally screwed this up actually, but I really was lucky that this is a braking zone anyways. So, but it really wasn't a clean, super clean lap or anything. But yeah, it was overall my best one so far. Now we get into the area where I always screw up. These corners I never really did well, because either I went in, I don't want to clip the inside of the barrier, that is so easy, so I always took them a little bit too wide. You really want to have your right wheels preferably over that right hand curb, like on the apex. But that's so tricky. It could very well be that you hit the barrier then as well. It's so narrow. You're going quite quick. And you're already like 4 minutes in the lap. So you also don't want to, from a stupid mistake, mess it up and have to start all over again. So that's also because it's such a long lap, at least I become a little bit more cautious towards the ends. But of course you shouldn't be, because then it will be, not winning will become a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you really want to win but you don't want to make mistakes, and then you go slower at the end, and then you will never win because you go more cautious and slower at the end. You really have to go full pedal to the metal for the full 4.5 minutes. But still, subconsciously I really took it too conservative with these 90-degree corners here. Although I took this one quite sharp actually. Musée das Comunicações. So I think there are also real life buildings here. And do they speak Portuguese in Macau? Let's quickly check that out. I was not aware of that. Maybe because it's like a little bit like Singapore. No, in Singapore they don't speak Portuguese. Language. Yeah, Chinese and Portuguese. Learning moments. So yeah, it's all very authentic, the buildings and so. Literally the city tracks, they are better than anything I've encountered up until now in any racing game. And this is the corner that I think I screw up often. This one. Or I took it now relatively okay, I think, maybe. check out the buildings. They look photorealistic. It's so amazing for an Xbox 360 game. The whole color tone, everything. Yes, it's a bit jaggy, it's low resolution, but the detail and the effects, I fully agree with the developers. I'm totally 100% of the same conviction that it is more important to put in a good lighting engine, effects, detail, animations, whatever you can smash in there, above 4K 60. I prefer lower resolution 30 with way more detail and fidelity than only focusing on that 60 FPS or the 4K, the higher resolution. So I'm really, yes, there are some jaggies. This is, I think, 720p, so that's really low. But still, it looks flipping amazing, these cities, even with the low resolution. Oh wait, this is, check it out, the lighting, so well done. Also best blur effect, how do you call that, I don't even remember what it's called, to give that sense of speed. Wait, what the hell is that graphical effect called? Motion blur, of course. Best motion blur also in any game, I find, to be quite honest. It really gives that sense of speed. Anywho, we watched the replay, so I'm really happy with it. I'm actually going to save this one. Alright, there we go. And there we go. Very happy with that one. Alright, let's see. We can buy something, I think. Alright, no tracks, I want cars. Alright, we could buy a Honda. We're still locked. Shall we buy a Honda? Yes, let's just buy it. Yeah, or not. I do need the better cars. And this is only one car. But it's a very cool car. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'm a big fan of the NSX. Alright, that was it for this episode. Next episode we're going to do an invitational. Guys, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you there. For the meantime, don't forget always to keep on gaming. Later.